Welcome back to Session 0, where I discuss Dungeon World and other RPG topics. Today I'm starting a new series about finding inspiration for Dungeon World from outside sources. In this video I'll build some NPCs, some monsters, and an adventure front inspired by Rhino from Marvel Champions. I want to begin this video by saying that you can translate almost anything to Dungeon World with one key concept, which is one of Dungeon World's principles: embrace the fantastic. Take what you know about a thing and think of the most fantastic way you can present it, then use that for world building and to create monsters and fronts for Dungeon World. With that in mind, let's take a look at Rhino. I chose Rhino to reskin for this video because he's the first villain in the core set and he makes a fairly interesting Dungeon World villain. With Embrace the Fantastic in mind, Rhino isn't a guy in a rhino suit. The female elf Iskella, the reverse of Alexi, which is the rhino's real name, is a druid who shapeshifts most often into a rhinosaur, which I just made up because it sounds like dinosaur. Note that I gave her the druid tag, which isn't something Dungeon World does, but this allows her to do anything a druid's playbook can do, so I don't have to give her a bunch of druid-like moves. This is fantastic, grounds us in Dungeon World, and presents some interesting world building options. Where does the rhinosaur come from? Because that's most likely the land where Iskella comes from. What other animals live there which Iskella may shapeshift into? I personally like the idea of some sort of vulture, because the villain vulture was on a Sinister Six team with Rhino. Iskella isn't seeking vibranium, she's seeking whatever rare thing your story needs. She's after something specific and powerful, either for herself or for someone else. Looking at the minions in Rhino's scenario, we see Sandman and Shocker, which are other Sinister Six members. It would be easy to just make them wizards, but let's embrace the fantastic. Iskella is a druid, so she can use elemental mastery. I think that elemental use has attracted a couple methods to her, so Sandman becomes a dust method, and Shocker becomes a lightning method. Rhino's set also has a Hydra mercenary, which can be a merc hired to guard Iskella by herself or someone else. The Bomb Scare modular set has Hydra bombers, which can be alchemists who make explosive concoctions. You can ignore or embrace the Hydra part of those characters, but I'll embrace it. Hydra can be a chaotic or evil faction in your world, led by another, more powerful villain. I think Marvel Champions lends itself especially well to Dungeon World translation. In Marvel Champions, villains are organized as scenarios which contain a loose narrative, the villain's main scheme or objective and side schemes, the villain's special abilities, and minions that tag along with them, which I discussed earlier. If you think this sounds pretty similar to an adventure front, then we're on the same page. Schemes are dangers. The main scheme helps define a front's description and is a danger with a handy timer. Side schemes are also dangers and are meant to divert the heroes from dealing with the main threat. The characters can focus solely on the main threat, but if they ignore the side stuff going on, there will be consequences. That was a short video, but before you leave, I want to tease something I'm working on, which I've given clues about throughout this video. Again, with Embrace the Fantastic firmly in mind, what do you think about a wizard who becomes a lich and builds an adamantium golem to be his phylactery? What would happen if that lich was destroyed and his soul reborn within the golem instead of reforming his own body? I think you get Adamantron, a nigh indestructible lich bent on ruling the world. You know what to do if you appreciate my content. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.